Hi, my name is Kate Weiss, and I'm making this video to show crocheters with some experience how to make octopuses like these ones. I am a Girl Scout cadet, and this is my Gold Award. I'm doing this project to make these octopuses for the Connecticut Children's Medical Center NICU, or Neonatal Intensive Care Unit, at Hartford Hospital. So, why are these important? Well, a statistic by the World Health Organization states that 15 million babies are born prematurely every year. These babies are placed into the neonatal intensive care unit, and it is not a comfortable experience for them. They feel unsafe, and some of the tubes that they are using in the center to help them breathe and help them feed are irritating to them. And they pull on them to get the familiar sensation of pulling on their umbilical cords. So these octopuses have tentacles that mimic an umbilical cord so the babies don't pull on their tubes. So, what do I need for the project? Well, the materials you will need for the project are a crochet hook. I use an H hook because I personally am a tight crocheter, but you can use whatever size feels comfortable to you. Cotton yarn, I use Lily Sugar and Cream cotton yarn in any color, doesn't matter. And as well, a stitch counter so that you can make sure that you are on the right stitch for each row. So, how do we get started? Well, first of all, you're going to need to chain 6 stitches in a row. You chain your 6, and then you join them into a magic circle, which should look something like this. Then, you do 1 double crochet in each stitch, which means that you crochet 2 in 1 single crochet stitch all the way around the circle until you get back to where you started, hence why you need the stitch marker. It should look something like this, a little thicker in the beginning of your octopus head. You keep going, adding in 1 single crochet between each increase as you go along until you get something that looks like this at the end of row 7. So you want it to look like a hexagon, kind of. So, for example, this is one that I've been working on, and I have just gone to the same stage as this one. This is my example. And from here on, you go and you do 7 rows of single crochets around the circle until it starts to look kind of like a hat. So it'll look a little bit like a baby hat, just a little bit smaller, which means that it'll get to about here on your head. Then you start with the decreases. Now you want to go into a similar pattern as you did the increases, which means that you start with 6 increases, 6 single crochets in between each increase, and you get fewer and fewer until you do every single stitch as a decrease. So, when you get to a certain point, which should be about row 20 to 21, you are ready to put in the eyes and the stuffing and the mouth. So I have 2 examples on how you can do it. So you can do it the way I do it, with is a cross stitch in the eyes and the same thread for the mouth. Or this example has felt sewn in to make cheeks and eyes with stitching for the mouth and a nose if you would like to do a nose. Then you fill it with stuffing when you are done making the face. And that stuffing is a typical like stuffed animal stuffing. It doesn't have to be anything specific. Finally, you close up your thing and it's time, the head, and it's time to make the legs, which are the most important part of this octopus. So, in order to make the legs, you would like to chain 20, so kind of like this type of chain, you chain 20 in a straight line. So then, once you chain the 20, you will have a chain 20, and you put 3 single crochets in each stitch going up, so that you go back to where you started. Now you want to leave a little bit of excess yarn on the ends, and I would recommend also using 2 different strands of yarn to make the legs a little thicker. And you see the curling effect, it happens naturally as you crochet it, so it's not any fancy technique, it's just putting 3 stitches in one as you go all the way up. And when you're done, you attach it with a sewing needle or an embroidery needle to the head, and you make 7 more, and you'll have your octopus. A link to my typed up manual with more information and instructions with pictures will be in the description below, as well as the P.O. box that you will be able to send any completed octopuses to, so I can pick them up and bring them to the CCMC NICU. Thank you!